The UNDGO is a big tote, and as such, it is super functional for me and my lifestyle. If you need a big bag and carry a lot with you on a day-to-day basis, this bag is for you. The UNDGO would also be an excellent travel bag, particularly for long flights or road trips. The coated canvas is very lightweight, so the bag doesn't get weighed down even when it's full. I own the GM size of the UNDGO, which is quite spacious with measurements of 16.14 liters x 13.39 h x 7.48 watts inches. Louis Vuitton recently introduced the UNDGO tote in a M size, with smaller measurements to its GM sister bag, 13.4 liters x 10.2 h x 5.1 watts inches. The M size wasn't available for purchase when I got my GM, but as your resident huge bag lover, I would have gone for the GM size anyway. For my personal purse size preference, the large nature of the GM UNDGO tote feels just right. I can fit everything I could ever want to carry inside. I lovingly refer to this bag as my Mary Poppins bag. Because of the lightweight nature of Louis Vuitton's coated canvas, my bag is never weighed down. I've been carrying a wallet, pouch of toiletries, mini iPad, sunglasses, and my MacBook Air inside and still have plenty of room to spare. I should note that I do drive most places, so while the weight doesn't ever become unbearable for me, please reconsider loading it up and carrying it around if you commute on public transportation. The one downside to this bag is that it lacks a top zip. The UNDGO tote has dual handles for both shoulder and handheld wear. I tend to wear mine in the crook of my arm, but it's nice to have the option to wear it by the shoulder strap when my bag starts feeling extra heavy or if I know I am going to be walking around longer than usual. The shoulder strap drop length is 11 inches on the GM size and 9.4 inches on the M size. The shoulder straps fit me really comfortably with room to spare even when I'm wearing my puffiest winter jacket. Quality plus construction. My UNDGO was made in the USA and I have no quality issues to report. The hardware is shiny, the stitching is perfect, and the canvas is even. In fact, some of my Louis Vuitton bags have the monogram pattern misaligned, but my UNDGO matches perfectly. I own quite a bit of Louis Vuitton and I can attest to the fact that my UNDGO tote bag is excellent quality all around. The coated canvas feels thick, more so than the coated canvas on any of my Neverfulls. The red microfiber lining is durable and I don't have to baby the interior lining of my bag. Actually, this bag is a workhorse and I don't feel the need to baby it at all.